Hi everybody, it's Christy here at My Artful Adventures. How are you doing? Quickly, we're going to be doing the little file folder birthday folders today, birthday reminders. I am going to go ahead and drop down here into the onto my desktop so that we can see. How's the new year treating you? Everything going well? Okay, let's see. All right, there we go. We've got that down here for the desktop view, and I've got these gorgeous folders. I tell you what, you can find some beautiful folders, and like I said, I've got some links that I will put up afterwards. I'll make a post with the final project. But this is so easy, you guys, and it's such a fun way to such a beautiful way to keep organized, right? So all you need is a couple of file folders. I love these marbled ones too. And one of the links is for some of these marbled ones. I love them. So we just need two of these, and then after I grabbed these, I realized they didn't really match, but that's okay. You'll just see the back of this one, so it doesn't really matter. So you just need your two file folders. And I've also got a link that I'm going to give you to be able to download the little sheets that I made for the calendar days, okay? So what we're going to do is we are going to, I like to use the front one with the middle tab, but you don't really have to. I mean, you could work it either way. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut off the little file tab. Hi, Mary. How are you? So this is a fun project, you guys. It's so simple, and it's just so useful. I love useful projects, don't you? Okay, so got that a little too close. So I'm just going to trim off the tab, and that's it. And if you know, depending on what kind of a trimmer you've got, you might have to go back and forth a couple times. You'll know when it has released that little excess piece, though. It's easy to tell. Okay, and so now then what we're going to do is these two are going to be glued together, okay? But you can see this tab is sticking out, so I want to take off the extra tab there. And so for the back folder, it doesn't really matter what, you know, which tab that you're using, middle, left, right, whatever. But I do like the 3 tab folders because it gives you a lot of, it gives a good amount of space for what we're going to be doing. And I wanted to remind you, if you want to get a link for, you know, when I go live, be sure and text at MAA Live to 81010. And I'm going to get rid of that. Let me see here. I almost forgot to get that out of our way. Okay, so now we've got these two right here. And while I've got my trimmer out, I am going to just grab my pages here. So I have a link for you guys for these little calendar pages. There's 6 months on each sheet, and they're just short, but you know, I mean, probably the number of birthdays or anniversaries that you want to keep track of, you know, aren't so many that you can't get them on here, right? And I'm just going to trim off the excess on the, let me see, I don't think I need to do it on the sides. I think the sides are fine, if I remember right. So you're going to put them on both sides here on the inside of this folder. So, and you know, it just depends on which way you want to do it. Now we're going to end up with a pocket up here. So I think I would want this to face this direction. And I'm just going to cut, yeah, I don't have to do it on the side margins, but I am going to trim it off on the top and the bottom. So what have you guys been doing? What have you been doing to keep busy? Just recovering from the holidays and getting ready for other things this year, right? Okay, so we're just going to trim that off, top and bottom. Trim this one off, top and bottom. And, you know, I forgot to use better paper in my printer to get these. I like to use a little bit heavier paper for these when it's in a project. and I completely had the wrong kind of paper in there and didn't have time to run grab some heavier paper. I tell you what, it is like so amazing, the difference in the papers, and the quality of the paper. Like, I think this one is just a real inexpensive paper for using, you know, for everyday projects. And it's like a 20 weight. You're enjoying. Oh, you're still off? That's great. That's great, Sue. Oops, I almost got the wrong one. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna glue. I'm gonna do the gluing part here. So all I'm gonna do here is I'm going to glue these together. And if you wanted to, you actually could make a little bit more space by, you know, creasing on here. But I think if you used one of the other creases, you'd want to just add a little bit of a paper for a gusset on the sides to make sure that it moves a little better. But I'm really not making a pocket that has to hold a whole bunch of cards and envelopes. I just want just a few, just, you know, to be able to stick a few in there, just a handful. Oop, I forgot to make sure my glue was going to work. Hang on a second. It feels sticky in there. Okay. That should be good. So I'm just going to run, and I'm going to do it on the side that doesn't have like all of the, that's a little shorter, so I know how far to glue up. And just on the sides, that's it. Just up there on the sides, and that's going to make us a quick little pocket. So we'll just press that into place. This is so easy and fast, you guys. Okay, and now on this side, we're just going to put the glue on this side and just kind of cover this whole section. So it's easy to do this side because you can see where, you know, where you need to stop for your glue, right? And the wet glue allows you to, you know, kind of get it wiggled into place so you can line it up and get it straight. Oops, I hope we're gonna have enough glue for that, right? Okay, so now let's place this one on the front, right here. Just line it up and press them together. Whoops. It came apart a little bit from where I was planning. Okay, so we've got that in there. And now on this section, what I'm going to do is, so that I can see that there is a pocket, I'm going to separate these a little bit. That I've got some sticking out there. I would rather have it lined up at the top so you can't see it. You know, I'm just going to wait a second. I'm going to go ahead and glue this one in. And you could just use, if you wanted to, you could use some tape runner. In fact, this paper is so thin, I'm going to grab a tape runner. Hang on one second here. Let me see. Oh, both of these are the little dotty kinds. I try to save those for more intricate things, but I'm just going to use this. I may be sorry using tape runner because it's like a one and done. Once I set it down, that's going to be it. But I know it'll be more flat, right? Hey, hello, Helen. How are you? Okay, so I want to make sure I'm getting this on the right side. Since my pocket is going to be up here on this side, I'm going to make it so that when I open it, it's this direction. Oh, you know, it's not going to be too hard to get it straight. There. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. Nice. we're just gonna, Helen, when we're done here, I'm gonna have a link. I'm finishing up a blog post, and so I'll put a picture in with our finished one today, and I'll link it back to my website, and there it will be the did I trim that? Yes. There will be the link so you can just grab these pages quick and print them. I often wonder if people, you know, like having some of these projects I do, I try to, you know, provide something like that, because it takes a while to get this part done. You know, it's not really a, you don't usually see this, right? Is there a link to your blog on your page? Yes, there is. I don't know. Sometimes I don't think all of those things are super easy to find, though, Mary. Hang on a second here. I'll pop it up right here so you can see what it is. So here's the website. It's just myartfuladventures.com. Okay, so now look, we've got all of these. We've got the 12 months, just super easy to find. And this should be dry enough. We can just, I'm going to use this big circle punch just to make a tiny little spot here. Let me kind of put a pencil mark here where it looks like it's about the center. Probably right there in the middle of that one. That will make it, even if it's not the center, it will be, it'll look like it because it's in the middle of that month. Middle of that, oh my goodness, I don't know. Let's try it this way. You're not going to be able to see it, but, well, and now I can't see where I made the mark. Sometimes you just got to finagle these things, right? Hi, Grace. Hi, Chris. Welcome, you guys. Hey, you guys, you know what I'm thinking about doing? I'm thinking, okay, so now you can see, I just want a little bit so that you can see that there's a pocket there. So I'm just going to trim that off. Woo! Okay, so now you can see that there's like a pocket right there. So this would allow you to pop in, you know, a few cards and envelopes right there. I might want that a little bit bigger than that. That's kind of tight. It's a little bit tight. Let's see. But I don't, oh, I got plenty of room up here before I would run into there. So you could make a fairly good size cut. There, that'll make it even a little bit easier to get into. How do you like that? What do you think about that for a project? And now you could decorate it any way you wanted to. If you wanted to, you could just pop it in your files if you wanted. Whatever you'd like to do. I would personally, unless it was very, very flat, I would just leave it alone. I think these file folders are gorgeous. And like I said, there will be a link to those. What in the world is that floating around? There's no telling what might fly into the picture, right? If you ever want to see what's going on and when I actually will be live, go to the website right there at myartfuladventures.com, and there you can see along the top menu bar, it says free, I think it says free events, and now I can't even think of what it says. Something like that. It's kind of right in the middle. But anyway, if you click that, you can get to the calendar. It's actually a Google Calendar. And I have noticed that for some, and I put a little bit of information on there. If you use Safari, it is not coming, it used to come up fine. And I think there has been an update, and it's hard to see. Just go and look at the calendar. It comes up fine on a phone. If you're using an iPhone and you still, you know, have Safari to do that, it seems to come up fine for that. I have no idea why that is. That's not my area of expertise. That is it. That's a quick project, right, you guys? Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it so much, and I will see you next time. So you guys take care. Have a wonderful day. Thanks so much for joining me. You guys make it a good one. Be crafty. Bye-bye.